Hey, good morning, everybody. It's 10 o'clock here on the 26th of May. And I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about things and going over information and looking at the charts and looking at prices and trying to calculate some information. So Bitcoin seems to be, hovering right at around 110,000, a little less, like 109 and a half almost, or whatever it is, thousand. It's surpassed its old high of 108, and it's maintaining a higher value than its old high. It did go up to 111,000, and meanwhile, like the rest of the crypto market, we'll just say other specific coins aren't doing anything. Like XTC, nada. XRP can't even hit 250. It's not even hitting 240. It's like struggling to stay in or around 230 or something right now. H bar can't break like 28 cents. XLM can't break 30 cents. Yeah, Bitcoin's just rallying. So I'm wondering, like, what determines the price of it? Alexa, what determines the price of Bitcoin?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, unlike fiat currencies, such as the euro or the US dollar, the value of Bitcoin, BTC, is not defined by a single entity like a central bank. Instead, the price is influenced by supply and demand, or, in simpler terms, by how much people are willing to pay for it.
Alexa, how is the price of Bitcoin determined?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, unlike fiat currencies, such as the euro or the US dollar, the value of Bitcoin, BTC, is not defined by a single entity like a central bank. Instead, the price is influenced by supply and demand, or, in simpler terms, by how much people are willing to pay for it.
Alexa, what determines the price of Ethereum?
From Benzinga.com. Ethereum's price is determined by market supply and demand for the cryptocurrency.
Alexa, how is the price of Ethereum determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of Ethereum, ETH, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 219 exchanges and 1965 markets, using a global volume weighted average formula.
Alexa, what determines the price of XRP?
From Changely.com. The price of XRP is influenced by supply and demand, trading volume, market sentiment, and wider cryptocurrency market movements.
Alexa, how is the price of XRP determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of XRP, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 171 exchanges and 500 markets, using a global volume weighted average formula.
Alexa, what determines the price of Stellar XLM?
From Hashnode.dev. XLM's stellar price is influenced by overall market conditions and trends within the broader cryptocurrency market.
Alexa, how is the price of Stellar XLM determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of Stellar, XLM, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 124 exchanges and 272 markets, using a global volume weighted average formula.
Alexa, Alexa, what determines the price of Hedera H bar?
The price of Hydra H bar is determined by a variety of factors, including supply and demand, market trends, economic conditions, and competitive landscape.
Alexa, how is the price of Hedera's H bar determined?
The price of Hedera, HBAR, is determined by a global volume weighted average formula that takes into account the latest data from 66 exchanges and 101 markets. This formula ensures that the price of Hedera reflects the latest market conditions and activity.
Alexa, what determines the price of XDC?
The price of X.DC is determined by the current market price, which is calculated based
Alexa,
on
what determines the price of XDC?
from CoinCodex.com. Regulations, adoption by companies and governments, cryptocurrency exchange hacks, and other real-world events can also affect the price of XDC.
Alexa, how is the price of XDC determined?
From CoinGecko.com. The price of XDC network, XDC, is calculated in real time by aggregating the latest data across 36 exchanges and 59 markets, using a global volume weighted average formula.
So do we see something here, folks? Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? Or do you understand what I'm understanding insofar as like what's really going on and how these prices are being determined or manipulated, if you will? So Bitcoin, for example, is really only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. All right, retail investor or big money. And if big money keeps dumping money into Bitcoin and giving it its own value, it'll keep going up in value because it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And if big money's willing to pay a lot for it just to keep the price up there, it'll stay up there. Now, as for Ethereum, Ethereum is it's supply and demand, okay, and it's also priced and its price is determined by the number of exchanges it's being ran on and the number of markets it's being ran on to come up with the global volume weighted average price formula. Now XRP, same thing, except XRP as well, it's a supply and demand. So if bots are selling off XRP faster than big money bots are buying the XRP that they're selling, for example, and as long as bots are able to trade on exchanges and on trading platforms and on day trading platforms to simulate traders buying, that's going to always allow market manipulation to take place in a financial market where supply and demand determines price. Or when something is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it, and if big money's willing to pay a lot for it, it'll keep the price up. Now, if they're going to be tired of paying a lot for it, the price could go down real quick. Think about that. Now, XRP, it's got more bullish news, more bullish sentiment, more global adoption, more financial partnerships than any other cryptocurrency out there, period. And yet the price continues to drop. Can't even maintain any like Bitcoin's hitting new highs. XRP is not. XDC is not. XLM is not. They're failing to hit. They're failing to like even get close to where they old highs. They're not even near their old highs. So what does that say about this market? What does that tell you, folks? Very easily manipulated, and it will be until it's not, folks, unfortunately. Until all this stuff takes place. I mean, I've got more thoughts on that, but if you're wondering why certain assets are not hitting new discovery prices and they're just kind of stagnating, I know.